An ionic solid is made up of the cation and the anion. And we have already studied in the class 11th that cations are smaller than anions. Now let's see the Schottky's defect. In the Schottky's defect, the cations and the anions in equal number are missing from the crystal. Now the point is, why in equal number? It is just to maintain the electrical neutrality of the crystal. You can see here, a cation should be present, but the cation is not here. It is missing. Similarly, here an anion should be here, but anion is missing. So one cation center. These electrons are unpaired, and due to the presence of these unpaired electrons, the crystals are colored. Now, why these anion vacancies are generated? How these electrons enter the crystal, let me explain. For example, if we take a sodium chloride crystal and heat it in the presence of the sodium vapors, these sodium vapors, they get deposited around that sodium chloride crystal. In the presence of these sodium vapors, the chloride ion which is present inside the crystal, it diffuses out. When it diffuses out and comes on the surface, the sodium atom, it loses an electron and changes into sodium ion. Now, the sodium ion and the chloride ion, they unite, combine and form the sodium chloride, and the electron which is lost by the sodium atom, it diffuses in and occupy that site which was left by the chloride ion. Since the chloride ion is a negative ion, that is, it is an anion. Now the site which is left by the anion is occupied by the electron. So we say that the F centers are the anionic vacancies occupied by the electron. These electrons are responsible for the color of the alkali metal halides. Another non-stoichiometric defect is the metal excess due to extra cations. Now, from where these extra cations present? For example, zinc oxide, it turns yellow on heating. Now, how it turns yellow? Actually, what happens when we heat zinc oxide crystal, oxygen is evaporated and the zinc atom loses 2 electron and changes into zinc ion. Now, these Zn2 plus ion occupy the interstitial site and the electrons occupy the neighboring interstitial site. Again, these unpaired electrons are responsible for the color of the zinc oxide. Let's see this equation. Zinc oxide is losing 2 electrons and changing into zinc ion, and oxygen is evaporated. These zinc ions occupy the interstitial site and electrons occupy the neighboring interstitial site and responsible for the color. Now, the metal deficiency defect. There are many compounds which are not possible to prepare in the stoichiometry ratio. For example, FeO. In FeO, there are many Fe2 plus ions are missing. And to maintain that positive charge, Fe3 plus ions, they occupy the crystal. Now the charge is maintained, the electrical neutrality is maintained, but the cation is missing. For example, if 3 Fe2 plus are missing, then 2 Fe3 plus ions will maintain the positive charge, but there are 2 Fe cations instead of 3 Fe cations. So, there is the deficiency of the metal cation. This is again a type of defect, a non-stoichiometric defect. So, dear children, we can say that there are imperfections or defects in the crystals. These defects may be due to any reason, due to the missing of the cations or anions, or due to the dislocation of the cation. There may be some vacancy defect or interstitial defect, and these defects changes the density of the crystal. Sometimes it decreases the density or it increases the density, or sometimes there is no effect on the density, as we have seen in the case of the Frenkel defect. I hope all these defects are clear to you.